I'm excited today. I will admit before we get started here that I washed out of the difficult Alt-F4 map. I honestly think it's just like literally almost impossible. I was not having any fun. I wanted to go home. However, that does not mean I never want to play Alt-F4 likes ever again. So this is a game called Knight's Try that was linked to me on Twitter. It's a Super Mario 64 inspired Massacre 3D platformer starring the Onion Knight that I got on Itch.io. Obviously, there will be a link in the video description if you're watching on YouTube. Welcome, Brave Knight, to the land of Try. Controller recommended. We'll see about that. As you explore Castle Try, look for signposts like this one to learn more. All right. I know that I don't know if I would say that we're exiting an era of like 2D fetishism, but I think we're definitely going to see a lot more games that deliberately ape this like N64 PS1 style, and I'm here for it, man. Maybe I can finally learn how to navigate in three-dimensional space. You can step on the teleporter to quickly move around the grounds of Castle Try. That's fine. Let's do some exploring. I mean, it wears its inspiration on its sleeve right now, that's for sure. Press Shift or R to center the camera. Use right mouse to enter first person. Okay, good to know. I'd like to see the rest of the sign, please. Hold left mouse to freeze the camera. Oh, so you could do like fixed camera, like Dragon's Lair style. Okay. No BLJs yet, but we'll see. One more sign over here. This is like, I just feel bad for all the people that are like, will you ever play Super Mario 64 for real? And I'm like, no. And now I'm playing a Super Mario 64 inspired game, where I'm running around the field actually reading all the signs and exploring everything. Rip Bozo. Press plus or minus to cycle through the music that will accompany you. Well, we don't have any music yet. I was trying to hit the buttons, but I'm sure once we go inside of the castle, we'll see. So this must be the mysterious cave. Danger. Do not enter the cave, you will die. As good as that would be from a clip standpoint, I think you gotta start by going into the castle. Come on, I don't die deliberately. Like, I think we're gonna get more than enough deaths accidentally. We don't need to insert Zane. Comedic timing, you know, it's gonna win out regardless. Press space to jump. You will have limited control once you're in the air. Hoi! They're absolutely right. Anybody else have limited control when they're in the air, or just me? Hold on, can I show you something? I see a little silhouette of a shortcut. As a Knight of Try, you may one day find yourself in an inescapable position. If you hold backspace, you can reset from the last checkpoint. Okay, good to know. I'm kind of loving the clanks, honestly. Is it just me, or is this room green? It's pretty beige, honestly. Is it possible that, like, after I shaved, I'm so pale? Oh, Metroidvania elements? After I shaved, I'm so pale that, like, the white balance on my camera is so messed up that it looks green. I love this staircase, man. Can I hit you with a controversial statement? Right out the gates. It's Hot Take Thursday, okay? I get why we have ramps. I don't really get why we have staircases. Why don't we just build ramps instead of staircases, instead of building both? Yeah, in real life. Thought there might be a secret behind the waterfall there. They're too steep. Ramps are harder to walk up. Not if you're an idiopathic toe walker. Everything feels roughly the same. Okay, we're still on our first life. Whoa, whoa, whoa! This plinth commemorates the heroic efforts of a true knight of Tri. And, oh, the exultant efforts of a true arch knight of Tri. Okay. How are you gonna walk up a 7-flight ramp? I mean, honestly, I feel like I would just send it. I don't think it would be a problem. Climb atop the dais to set the difficulty of your quest. I would like to play on night level difficulty for now. That seems apropos. Whoa. Yeah. Yo, there's a great sense of gravitas here. Night. Yeah. Whoa! I guess I'm going in. It's Hazy Maze Cave. Yo, I love this song, but I don't think you can play this on YouTube. Although I will say I think they've bit crushed it a little bit, so maybe it'll be safe. This legit gotta be like one of the best songs ever written, man. Is Claire de Lune? I know, I played Quadrilateral Cowboy. So far, so good. Not a problem. Not a problem. Look at this. All right. So, wait, what's inside of the cave? You think there's a bonfire in here? Okay. I'm ready. I'm looking at the pattern. I'm looking at the pattern. I'm looking at the pattern. So I've never played this, but because I've played ALT-F4, I know what's coming for me, okay? This, we're gonna have to do a little air jump to get around. A little air jump to get around. Okay, this thing is gonna come down and crush me. You already know that. So how are we gonna get around this? We don't have a run button. I guess we would like to be as far from the thing as possible. Okay, nope. Alright. Yo, I love the zoom in, dude. I also love how my legs were still moving afterwards. Try it too. Here we go. Dude, there's some, like, you know how when you're a kid, like, weird things can kind of stick with you? This is probably from when I was, like, 16. But, like, things that are not scary occupy, like, rent-free real estate in your brain. So one of the obvious ones that let's try it too. That'll be try it too there. That I talk about all the time is, I can't watch the Super Mario Brothers movie without feeling very uncomfortable because of the fact that they put Toad in the de-evolution chamber and he loses his own sentience and consciousness to become a Goomba, and it just messes with me. And then the Matrix sequels where Agent Smith does the same thing kind of mess with me as well. But there's an episode, like a sketch on Mad TV, of all things, where these guys are like working in a warehouse, and I don't really remember exactly what happens, but like there's a comedy, a slapstick comedy of errors, and somebody's head gets cut off, and even as his head like rolls through, oh come on, the warehouse, his feet and legs are still twitching. Gives me the heebie-jeebies, man. Even I never should have smoked that shit. Now I'm being traumatized by Mad TV. I think it's just if, as a kid, you're like a piece of chewing gum, man. Like the second something, you know, if it falls on the floor, it's getting like pet hair and detritus stuck to it, you know? If something, you're watching Mad TV on like the wrong day as a 12-year-old, like you could get scarred for life. I'm ready. Okay. This time, we just gotta get close. Yes. Yes, okay. We'll never make a mistake on that one again. Now we gotta take the little bridge. That's fine. You know that's gonna happen from time to time. But these games are just all about iteration. I honestly feel like the Alt-F4 type genre, the Jump Kings of the world, even the Getting Over It's, if you will, it's kind of like learning how to program. You know, you missed this jump, that's because you got the wrong data type. Like, you're trying to put an int into a string array. Then here, like, this is a gimme. This is like an array out of bounds exception. You just gotta be careful. Just gotta be careful. Just gotta be careful, and then you'll never make that mistake again. I don't know what that is. That's a pretty easy one. That's like misspelling something in your IDE. Jump from the most distant point. He's done it. I don't understand why they don't just make programmers who don't write bugs. Open to discussion on this. Like, there's millions and billions of dollars at stake. You think they wouldn't just get, like, programmer psychologists so they don't make bugs? Love to hear your thoughts on this. Okay, so far so good. So far so good. Now, this is an interesting situation here. You think we can stand on that? I think we gotta aim for the long side and then pull it back. That's how you walk up a 7-story ramp. And the wall to the ramp to the wall to the ramp to the... Okay, I have a problem. Do a Simone. You should go left instead. I'm a circle. How can I go left? I need that in radians. You know what? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. All right. That's... You know what? We learned something. ALT-F4 could never. ALT-F4 could never. That's true. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't blame the programmers for when there's bugs. Maybe I should blame whoever wrote the programming language in the first place. Like, if you just wrote a language that was bug-free, the end. So you've nipped it in the bud upstream so that there's no problems downstream. Like, way to go, Bjarne's Scharstroop, C++ originator. We smoke in that pointer pack. That's right, I'm familiar with pointers. I got that far. There you go. There you... Okay, okay, hold it, hold it. Johannes Python, so true. You seeing those balls up there? Sen's Fortress? He teaches at Columbia now. Good for him, honestly. It's kind of insane that, like, the geniuses who wrote the programming language in the first place are not, like, I'm sure they're doing well for themselves, but they're not, like, outrageously wealthy, right? It's kind of crazy when you think about, like, what they've, you know, enabled other people to accomplish with their work. It's, like, it reminds me of my favorite movie, The Avengers Infinity War, where Red Skull is like, and I apologize if this blows your mind, but he said, I guide others to a treasure that I can never possess. And you're like, whoa. Honestly, good, because you had some problematic views in the first Captain America movie. But, like, it's a cat. It's a cat. Bjarne Scharstroop should have Mark Zuckerberg's money and vice versa. And if you got a problem with that, you can leave, quite frankly. All right, here we go. Here we go. BLJ. 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 Oh no, I'm going too slow! Whoa! Okay, checkpoint? That must be a checkpoint, man. I don't know if I can make it. Wow! Rude. A very rude hidden guillotine. Turn me into a 18th century member of the French royal family. How dare you? Yo, what's up with Marie Antoinette? I didn't see the movie with Kirsten Dunst and Jason Schwartzman. I know she's dead, but like so is everybody from that era. Probably. except Keanu Reeves, right? And Paul Rudd. Hey. She was kind of a B. I thought in the movie, like, I don't want to just be, like, chibbed up here. I thought in the movie she was kind of just a girl boss. Like, she just kind of wanted to, like, hang out. And then the people were like, oh, we're starving. And she's like, I missed the part where that's my problem. Yeah, in the movie. It's not a documentary? Wait, she was having an affair? Was she cheating on Jason Schwartzman? Oh, no. Or with Jason Schwartzman. It makes a big difference. Hold on, I'm going to lower the volume of the game somewhat so I can concentrate. There we go. Both? Marie Antoinette was cheating on Jason Schwartzman with himself? What is this, Primer? New song. New song. Ooh. And the technology was themselves. I don't need to worry about Jason Schwartzman shooters. I'm a noted Schwartzman head. Love all of his work. I mean, Rushmore. I mean, I shouldn't say I love all of his work, but I love everything he's in. I mean, I love him in everything. Even, he's in an episode of Sesame Street where they talk about, like, raising your hand in class. He doesn't even have a speaking part, which honestly is kind of an insult, but he just goes like this, and I'm like, holy cow, that's Jason Schwartzman. Okay. I've got to be better. I've got to be better. Is this a speed run? Okay, you know what? Forget being better. I'm going to be faster. If I can navigate Mario with movement, like, there's no reason I can't navigate Knight's Try. Great title, by the way. Look at that. Look at, there's your speed run. I'm not waiting there the whole time. I'll wait here for just a moment. Nice try. Then we're coming up the vertex. Perfect landing. Okay. I took that personally. I take responsibility for that. I was thinking about how I said yesterday that I was going to make lettuce wraps, and somebody said, wow, very exotic. They serve those at P.F. Chang's. I've been thinking about that for about 12 hours in my head, rent-free. And then I realized, why am I trying to evaluate my cuisine based on what's exotic rather than what tastes good? I've only eaten at P.F. Chang's once in my life, and honestly, when I ate at P.F. Chang's, I deserve that one. I was like, this is kind of good. What are you doing? I mean, maybe a little expensive for the quality of, you know, chain Chinese food you're getting, but it was like, I mean, it was not like a Manchu wok. Like, when I was there, I was like, it was pretty good. You ever see the like Try Guys, or maybe it's just BuzzFeed, but there's a video where they serve like second generation Chinese Americans P.F. Chang's, and then they serve their grandparents who grew up in China P.F. Chang's, and you see the difference. Like, the second generation Americans are like, you know, this is like so sugary and like inauthentic, and then the grandparents are like, this is the best shit I've ever eaten in my life. They're like, oh, that orange chicken is incredible. It's fantastic. I love it. Oh, it was Panda Express. My mistake. My mistake. Yahoo? They got me good. I don't eat that much Chinese food, honestly. So I don't have like a go-to Chinese food order. I mean, when I used to order it a lot in college, I always got the General Tso's. I live in a region, or at least lived in a region at the time, that called it General Tao's. I'm glad I'm at that age where I can finally, like, be like, well, back in my day, you wouldn't believe how cheap this stuff was. But literally from, like, 12 to 2 p.m., not the year 12, there was a restaurant near where I lived in college that had a lunch special. You got an enormous aluminum container filled with steamed rice, topped with copious amounts of generously sauced General Tso's chicken, an egg roll, and a wonton soup. $4 Canadian. It's crazy to think back. Like that. Even at the time, we were not like, this is a normal price. I'm not that old. At the time, we were like, this is really cheap. But now, it's like unfathomable. It was probably like a 600... No, what am I talking about? It was probably like an 1,100 calorie meal. 600. I wish. Send it. Okay. Recovered. Now we focus a little bit. We had a good banter section. Now we've recovered. Nice little time skip. What am I thinking? 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 I'm safe. Okay. Okay, you gotta be fast on this, man. You gotta be fast on this. You don't really get to do like a short jump. So you gotta take liberties where the liberties present themselves. Like that little double hop right there. Inch by inch. I don't know if we should go this way. I think I gotta go the other way, man. I'm like, one more step, I'm in a lot of trouble. Oh! Let's go! There's no way that's not a checkpoint. Okay. So far, so good. Whoa, this thing is moving, man. Whoa! Okay, land me. Okay, that's no problem. That's a problem. You can't want me to walk through this. Well, you gotta start... There's no way that you can make that jump when it's stable. Okay. Now we're talking. This is just most extreme elimination challenge. I can do this. Oh, come on! Come on! I was, like, so in the right cycle. I was ready to go. Then you gotta go and do something like that and totally redeem yourself. Okay, that is actually an easy jump. Don't let it own you psychologically. It is a permanent checkpoint, thankfully. I think it would be very... I mean, on the higher difficulty levels, apparently it's, you can only use it 3 times. But on your first run through, I mean, this seems like a sensible approach for me. I'm just looking for... I see the gaps. Beautiful. No! You think there's one at the top here? I gotta try. Okay. No problem. No problem. Seems slightly complicated, but that's okay. Alright, I did not conserve my momentum in the slightest. And now I need to die. See ya. I guess I could just hold backspace, but... Whoa, BLJ! That's alright, I can live with that. No fall damage, though. Okay. Every time we come through, we get a little bit better. That was funny. That was good comedic timing. We can all laugh at that. Like, it took the platform away like Lucy and Peanuts, man. We're free. We're free. This is automatic now. Oh, no. Oh, no. You thought you were slick, huh? Still going? Still going. Get ready. You're never gonna catch me on the boulder luge. I'm free. I'm free. Okay. No problem. Full send. Land on the pretzel rods. One of the superior forms of pretzel. I mean, I think you gotta say pretzel nugget, probably #1. An absolutely goated choice at the bulk barn. I would say pretzel rod #2. It's a controversial pick, but I like a pretzel rod. Close third, you gotta go twisty. And then #4 is the pretzel waffle. Oh my god. Well, is this allowed? I mean, the pretzel window, like the pretzel checkerboard, is an abomination. Like, it's a vessel to hold salt. Why are there so many holes in it? What about a pretzel bun? It occupies a different space. I would evaluate that on a spectrum of which bun is best, not which pretzel is best. You just wait for your moment. Soft pretzel? I mean, I think, you know, soft pretzel exists in its own category. Like, you can add it if you want, but... it's not the same. I'm talking about, like, the hard pretzel shapes, as manufactured by the Utz Corporation. Ooh. Sending it. Sending it. I do like a soft pretzel. I feel like that's a... You know, as someone that was not religious growing up, obviously now I'm devout, but as someone that was not religious growing up, I knew I was a man when I finally realized that I preferred the soft pretzel to the hard pretzel. The first soft pretzel I ever had in my life, this is a true story, was at the Palladium in Mississauga, Ontario. A large arcade that was like, you know, mecca for a gamer at the time. I had a soft pretzel because I had always heard that the soft pretzel was like incredible, right? We'll make that jump one day. I ate it and I was like, this is a damn scam. It's just bread. Then I don't think I ate another one for probably like close to like 5 or 6 years. At the time I finally had another one, I was like, yo, dude, this snack is just bread and I can like add some mustard to it. Try doing that with like, oh, wow! Dodge this. Try doing that with a, you know, like a piece of Wonder Bread. People will look at you like you lost your mind. I'm okay. Oh! Anyway. Love a soft pretzel, man. Palladium was kind of goated. I remember, like, the Palladium had, like, a sliding scale of, like, what the prices were for games. And the most expensive shit in the Palladium was always the worst. I remember my friend that I went there with and I stepped into, like, the green screen room where you use... Like, it was almost like an old-school Xbox Kinect, where you would, like, punch and kick, and it would map your movements to Tekken 2 so you could fight each other. It was just pure dog shit. Like, it didn't work at all. And it was, like, $5 a match. It was like being at the World's Fair or something like that. It was so bad. But it was also, like, the first time I ever played Silent Scope in my life, and I was like, this is the future of games. The staff at Palladium stole my ice cream cake on my birthday? What the hell? Okay, always remember, How Do I Get There From Here by Jody Messina. The shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. Don't talk to me. You gotta jump there. Ah, of course. Whoa. I'm not a big arcade game guy. Like, if I'm being legitimate with you, I became more of an arcade game guy thanks to Champions of Fire than anything else. Like, what's my favorite, like, 80s arcade games? You gotta give it up for Pac-Man. Pac-Man's kind of sick. I also like Donkey Kong. But apart from that, like, there's a big drop-off once you get past the genuine classics. Even some of the genuine classics are kind of ass. Like, Joust, I hate to say it, Joust is kind of ass. You gotta develop good habits here, man. Then when we're talking about, like, the 90s, I mean, in the 90s, I like all the sports arcade games. It was kind of like it was a great era. Obviously, NBA Jam Tournament Edition. They made an NHL version. I forget what it's called. I think it might have been called NHL Center Ice. Simpsons arcade game. Played a lot of that at Cyber Sports World. Celebrity Sports World? I can't remember. It's been a long time. Played some Street Fighter 2 at the Pizza Parlor. But I always felt like fighting games were kind of like a ripoff for me in the arcades. Because I like would play Street Fighter 2 for 5 minutes, and then I wouldn't play it again for like 3 years. And I'd be like, I don't know, what character do I like? I don't know. I don't know anything about this. I don't know any of the moves. I don't know, like you just get in the game with your friend and you just, like, you know, low kick each other over and over. Okay. 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 Slightly higher on this side. Get yourself angled. And I think you just send it. Don't think that you're going to overshoot it. Think that you're going to undershoot it. Full send works every time, okay? Take me up. Take me up. Progress. Never seen it before. Never been this far. There's no words on it. Line it up. Just take a step. Like, just get a good vantage here. This, you just got to learn the pattern, okay? I think you just take it from the edge here. No, I'm okay, oh my god. Okay. Hello, Jericho. So you fixed your door handle situation this morning? I was concerned. I saw that you may have locked yourself in a room. So you know what? This is a great time to tell the story that it's maybe the hardest I've ever laughed in my entire life. It's probably been like 2 years since I told it last, so you've only heard it like 7 or 8 times if you've been around here a bit. But in college, I lived in a house with 6 other people, so there were 7 bedrooms. One of my housemates got a bedroom where the door handle, I mean, you know, these were not like top tier priorities, right? Or properties, right? He got a bedroom where the door handle fell off on the inside all the time. So you could fix it if you were like a functional adult, but we were in college. So rather than fix it, he just carried around like a butter knife whenever he would like go, okay, I'll just be alive then. He would just have a butter knife like in his room so that he could insert it into the door. Oh my god. I understand now. Okay. So the door handle on the inside of his bedroom door would come off. So he would need to have a butter knife in his room, so when the handle came off, he could insert the knife into the door handle and then twist it in order to get the latch to pop. Now, we're merely setting the stage here. I suppose he could have used the screwdriver as well. His mom visited us a lot. And like, I think there was a cultural difference because like we had the moms and the dads visited now and then. They would take their son or daughter out to lunch. They would maybe swing by the house and be like, how you guys doing? And we'd be like, you already know. And then they would drive back to the greater Toronto area because there was nothing for them in my hometown. But she would like come to our house. He would never tell us. And then she would just like sleep in a futon, or on a futon, I should say, like, you know, next to his bed for like 2 days when she was like traveling through the province or whatever. It just, you know, just not like anything strange going on, but it seems strange to us. Let's put it that way. So one time, this sets the stage. We never knew when she was there, but sometimes we would just, you know, go downstairs to eat breakfast, and there would be like a 55-year-old Asian lady in our kitchen, and we would be like, hi, Mrs. I'm not gonna say their name, obviously, but hi, Mrs. Anyway, so one morning, we were all downstairs, just eating breakfast, except for him. He was like at class or in the library or something. And while we were making breakfast, there was a knock on the door, rat-a-tat-tat. So I go and open the door, and there's 2 students out there, and they say, hey, there's an older Asian woman screaming on your balcony. I just thought you should know. And I said, oh, really? Okay. And then I just like said thanks and closed the door. And then I went into the kitchen, and I was like, so those guys, I guess they were trying to prank us or something. They said there's an older Asian woman on our balcony screaming for help. And then kind of collectively, it dawned on us that it could be possible. Like his mom could have come over in the night and stayed and not known about the butter knife. So we went up to his room, and just the door was like, you know when you like lock a cat in a room, the door was just going tat 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 tat, and she was going like, hello, 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 help me, get me out, it's roommate's mom, hello, hello, get me out, it's roommate's mom, help me, help me. Now I'm sorry to say that, and you may think you're better than me for this, I'm sorry to say that I was incapable of opening the door, simply because it was the funniest fucking thing I've ever experienced in my life. I couldn't do her the disservice of opening the door and just, like, seeing 6 19-year-olds just, like, laughing at her misfortune. So we collected ourselves for, like, 30 seconds, and then one of us opened the door and let her out. No, it wasn't like to punish her. It was like just literally because it would have been... I felt like it would have been psychologically traumatic to be in that situation and then open the door to just pure humiliation. No, we didn't leave her in there. That's crazy. Anyway, so that's... I don't know if the story holds up to it, but it's definitely, it's the funniest thing that's ever happened to me, like, in vivo, for sure. That guy was also a character. Like, he spent a lot of time at the library. He was, like, he socialized with us. It wasn't just, like, existing in the library. And I say this story not to be rude to him. It's just, you know, these are, like, stories that are 12 years ago now, or more. But he would go to the library to study. We lived like 10 minutes away from it via walking. Sometimes after being at the library for 8 hours, he would just leave his laptop there, come home and shower, and then walk back because he didn't want anybody to take his spot in the library. And we were like, dude, if you do that, like 100% your laptop's gonna get stolen. And he was like, no, that sort of stuff, like, isn't gonna happen here. Like, where do you think we live? Like, there's no chance. And then one day, the obvious outcome absolutely happened, and his laptop got stolen. And we were like, of course. And then this second one isn't really his fault, but I feel like, you know, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. But, like, he bought another laptop, and then he was studying in the library, took his laptop, like, this is the day of the exam, took his laptop in his backpack. Okay, I deserve that one. Took his laptop to the library, studied, went straight to the exam with his laptop in his backpack, and then somebody stole his backpack. From, you know, like, for a college exam, you gotta leave your backpack in a large pile outside, lazily watched by, like, 2 people who have no idea whose property is whose. That one was more of just misfortune, but you definitely don't have to do that? Really? We had to do that. When you go into an exam, they were like, please leave your backpack outside, and then there was, like, you know, 2 people there I'd never seen before in my life that just sort of sat at a table there as a deterrent, I guess, to steal someone else's backpack, but really, what are they gonna do? They don't have, like, a key value pair for whose backpack is whose. Help. I'm okay. Beautiful jump. We leave him at the front in view of everyone. I guess maybe these were like large undergraduate courses where they couldn't have that many backpacks in the classroom, or it would be like a fire hazard or something. You would have, like, you know, 1,200 students writing an exam in a single gymnasium. We never did that? Okay, I guess I made up the part about the backpack. Just because you never did it, I guess it doesn't exist. When did you go to college? 1986? Hold on. Maybe they don't do it at DeVry, okay? But at one of Canada's top 10 undergraduate institutions at the time, that was standard operating procedure, okay? Sheesh. Okay, we're in. I said at the time. I don't think it's in the top 10 anymore. Oh, fuck. Number 10? Nah, man. For undergraduate education, there's no doubt. Go look up McLean's University Rankings 2006. Tell me where Queens is. I bet it's like 6th. Go look it up. It's not anymore, but at the time, obviously, like, you know, U of T, McGill, UBC. Crushing it. No question about it. It was 3rd. I told you. They fell down the rankings probably because of their backpack etiquette. McLean's was like, your backpack's gonna get stolen if you go to this school. Waterloo passed it at some point for sure, no doubt about it. Help me. Motherfucker. I bet SFU has passed it by now. I don't know. I don't really. I mean, it's... If I was worried about the prestige of my degree, it's way less about my alma mater and way more about my discipline. Yahoo. Okay. We've only been live for 53 minutes. We can make this. We can make this. Next checkpoint. Beauty. Beauty. Dude, can I tell you? The universe is definitely telling me to play more Montbazo. We DVR every episode of Sesame Street that comes up. And they serve us very well when we need to, like, you know, distract the baby to feed her some vegetables or something. They always do a little sketch where Cookie Monster and Gonger cook something in their food truck. And it's my favorite. It's the highlight of the show because it's like a little how it's made episode. I learned how they make mustard, you know, how they get salt to put in salt shakers and stuff like that. It's great. So they did an episode where they needed to make waffles, or sorry, pancakes. So they like needed the maple syrup, and then literally it was Montbazo. Hi, Cookie Monster and Gonger. We work at a maple sugar shack. The first step is you must insert a spout into the tree. Then the sap drips through a tube where it enters a large collector. And they literally was like, they had the same boiler with like the two basins and the place where you put the firewood, and there was a dude shoving logs into it. And I feel like I learned how to play the game from Sesame Street. They're like, when the sap gets hot enough, it becomes syrup. Here you go, Cookie Monster and Gonger. I was like, it's the tutorial I didn't know I needed. Now I feel like I actually understand what's going on. Dude, honestly, one of the best slappers in the whole show, too. Place your order if you're lucky. We make food in our foodie trucky, yeah. Beep, 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 beep. Send me. Good stuff, good stuff. Made it. Wait until they do the crinking episode. So true. Elmo's letter of the day is great. Also true. I love when they squeeze Elmo and his eyes go like... Elmo's aggravated eyeballs, not just a great, like, phrase in general, but is just always hilarious. A perturbed Elmo always makes me laugh. I'm going to become the Joker. New song. What's your go-to Manchu walk order? I'm in the mall so rarely that I never have to stoop to Manchu walk's level. I don't even mean that to be like rude to you as a Manchu walk customer, but I'm in the food court so rarely, it's easy for me to make a decision that is not Manchu Wok. Like, if we're in Metro Town or, like, Lougheed Town Center or something like that, I eat KFC so rarely that I'm actually, like, so fucked up, I'm excited to, like, eat KFC. If we're in the Pacific Center, I like a, there's a sandwich place called Chachi's I wouldn't say it's the best sandwich, you know, I've ever had in my entire life, but for a mall sandwich that you can like eat in the parking lot before you drive home, it's acceptable. I'm gonna make it one of these days, man. I'm gonna make it one of these days. Chachi's kind of slaps. I mean, it's way better than like Subway, and I eat Subway all the time. So I'm glad I got some vindication. Look, I'm not saying it's the most incredible sandwich you're ever gonna eat, but it is the only place in the mall food court that I consistently see like DoorDash drivers picking up orders from. So you know, like, if you're getting DoorDash from the food court, you must be doing something right at that individual place. Send me. He's in. He's in. I forgot which one was dropping next. Have you tried Mr. Shawarma downtown? I think I've eaten 2 shawarmas or donair my entire existence in Vancouver. I feel like they're all positioned in... Not all of them, but they're mostly positioned in areas where, like, you'd get, like, shithouse drunk at, like, Irish Heather or something like that, and then be like, let's get a falafel. They're all on, like, Granville Street or, like, you know, the part of the West End that is in Korean food, Japanese food central. Put me in, coach. Put me in, coach. That's what's supposed to happen? Well, I haven't had that many nights in Vancouver where I got like super hammered at a bar and then left the bar to get food. Like being in your late 20s and your 30s is you just get like sneaky hammered at a restaurant and then like eat whatever you ordered. It's a different vibe as you start to approach middle age. Help me? Help me? Help me? Okay. Saved. Again. Again. I know this song. Dun, dun. This is the one that goes do 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 do. Yeah, that's the yeah. I'm just gonna. Oh, there's no chance. I took a gathering step in the wrong direction. How do you remember the names of